Hello everyone and welcome back to Ken's Rage. We're playing through the second half of Amiibo's level as Mamiya this time. Now the first half of this level with Mamiya is almost the same as Kenshiro's, but things start to change up a bit here. But the very first thing you should notice is exactly how fast Mamiya is in comparison to the other characters, which is to say very. She's pretty much a murder machine as far as normal enemies are concerned, because she just destroys them so quickly, moves way faster than they do. She also has her crossbow, which can fire through walls and gets pretty good distance. It can even be charged up to hit multiple enemies. And here's the special thing I was talking... Oh, I got off the motorcycle. Here's the special thing I was talking about. There are motorcycles in this game. Yeah, for real. R2 is the gas, L2 is the brake, and it's also how we stop to turn ourselves. Now, there is no power slide, unfortunately, but we can still do things like get smash bonuses while we're on the motorcycle, which is really satisfying. Now, when we run over enemies with the motorcycle itself, it doesn't deal that much damage, but knocking enemies into objects with the motorcycle does, which is what we're going to be doing a lot. And even though this is a designated roadway, as you see by the green on the map right there, we don't just have to use the motorcycle on the roadway. We can take it all the way to the end of the level, which guess what we're going to do? I think this is a replacement for Kenshiro's way more platform-heavy sections, because Mamiya can't do that whole mid-air dashing kick thing that Kenshiro can. I should also note that we are virtually invincible while we're on the motorcycle unless we run right into an explosive barrel or something. The enemies have an incredibly difficult time hitting us at all. Also, we can jump. Is that terribly useful? No, but it's pretty rad. And motorcycles appear so infrequently in this game that I'm pretty sure they expected you to abuse them this heavily. It's good that we can still pick up power-ups while we're on our motorcycle as well. It might be a little obnoxious if we had to get off each time. Oh hey, a commander.
What are you? We don't let strangers into the Village of Miracles.
So commanders, unlike normal enemies, have the remarkable ability to block incoming motorcycles with ease. So we had to get off there for a moment. And while we're off, we might as well make use of Mamiya's incredible combat abilities, yeah? Basically, she kicks ass. All of her finishing moves send the enemies abso-fucking-lutely flying, and they're so fast that none of the enemies have time to react to it, even the stronger ones like commanders. Almost every single one of her attacks is also circular in nature, meaning it hits a much wider range of enemies than Kenshiro's attacks, or really anyone else's. So is she the best character to take out groups of smaller enemies? I'm going to go with yes, but she has an intense difficulty with boss battles that cannot be understated. She also can't grab and run with enemies or even throw them the same way as Kenshiro and Rei and the other characters. She also can't pick up steel beams or any weapons like that. Of course, she has a crossbow, but that also means that she can't dodge, because her crossbow is taking up the dodge button. So, hopefully that gives you a good idea of why the boss fights would be more difficult with her. She feels more like a traditional Dynasty Warriors character, because she moves much faster and her attacks are much wider than everyone else's. But as was just discussed, that comes with its downsides. I do like that they bothered to make every character feel completely different, though. Her attacks all feel very light and quick. Not just because they are light and quick, but because of the sound effects that accompany them, and the way the enemies react to the attacks. She also even has an unblockable attack inside her normal combo, which is kinda kick-ass. That does help a lot with boss fights, but it's still no replacement for a proper dodge button. Alright, we've dicked around on the motorcycle long enough, and I think we're out of normal enemies and a commander's about to spawn. Yep, here we go. This is a special commander. He has spiked armor, which means our normal melee attacks won't work against him. But special techniques still work against him, and so does Mamiya's crossbow. None of Mamiya's attacks have names. Alright, so that's about it for Mamiya, but I think, well, that's about it for Mamiya in Legend mode, but I think I did a good job explaining her concisely as a character. We'll see her later in Dream mode.